The last hour of life comes to mind, and obliged to recollect our misfortunes, we recall the flocks of dear ones who have departed, conversations with friends, sweet faces which have suddenly vanished, and the hallowed ground now insufficient for repeated burials.
This is what the people of St. Louis bemoan, weakened by so many deaths. This is what America laments, exhausted and stripped of its inhabitants. The same goes for other peoples, all residents under the same sky.
Either it is the wrath of an angry God, for certainly our misdeeds do deserve it, or it is the assaulting rays of stars and their perpetually changing conjunctions.
This plague-bearing year has borne down on humankind and threatens a lonely slaughter. Yet the crowded air encourages death.
Just thinking these things, we confess we are frightened, and we see before us the snares of imminent death. For where could we hide our head when neither the land, nor the sea, nor the rocks with large caves show themselves to the one who flees, and death, rushing impetuously into even safe hiding spaces, overcomes all things.
Thus like the mariner caught in a tyrannous storm, before whose eyes cruel Neptune sucks down the other ships in the convoy, and hears the fragile keel cracking in the belly of his ship, and sees the splintering of the oars as they are dashed against the reef, and the rudder carried away amongst the terrifying waves. We hesitate, uncertain as to what to do, though certain of the peril. An albatross wrapped around our face and our lungs.
A deadly fire, unnoticed, takes hold of ancient timbers as greedy flame lits resin-rich floorboards. The household, roused by the commotion, steps out of bed. The father, before anyone else, rushes to the roof, frantic eyes focused on the trembling son he seeks to save, and not yet thinking of how to escape with another albatross on his shoulders through the opposing flame.
Often in fear, clasping to ourselves, our helpless souls, we too wonder whether there is an escape route to carry it out from the conflagration, and we are minded to extinguish the bodily flame with the water of tears.
But the world holds us back. Headstrong desire draws us, and we are bound ever more tightly by deadly knots. That is the state we are in.
Dense shadows have covered us with fear. For whosoever thinks they can recall death and look upon the moment of their passing with fearless face is either mistaken or mad. Or, if he is fully aware, then he is very courageous.
In Judaism, we cover all the mirrors around us. We abstain from daily rituals such as shaving or the use of cosmetics. The mirrors are covered to remind us that sitting Shiva is not about ourselves, but rather a time to concentrate on the deceased.
Now we grieve and celebrate.
Sonnet 2. When love doth those sweet eyes to earth incline, and weaves those wandering notes into a sigh with his own touch, and leads a minstrelsy, clear-voiced and pure, angelic and divine, he makes sweet havoc in this heart of mine, and to my thoughts brings transformation high, so that I say, my time has come to die, if fate so blessed a death for me design. But to my soul thus steeped in joy, the sound brings such a wish to keep that present heaven. It holds my spirit back to earth as well. And thus I live, and thus is loosed, and wound the thread of life which unto me was given by this sole siren who with us doth dwell. me. Where are the violent fates pushing me back to? I see passing by in headlong flight time, which makes the world a fleeting place.
You observe about you dying throngs of young and old, and nowhere is their refuge. No haven beckons in any part of the globe, nor can any hope of longed-for salvation be seen.
Everywhere you turned your frightened eyes, your gaze is troubled by continuous funerals, and the church is grown encumbered with biers, and the corpses of the commoner and the noble lie alongside each other in confusion.
Do you still love me, even though I left you?
I don't know.
That is a completely valid response.
Is this just what I want to hear?
I don't know. Would you like to dance?
Yes. Are you allowed to be happy after you die?
I think I'm happy now.
Good for you.
I love you.
No,
I don't love you?
precisely.
Says who?
I say so.
And you get to decide what happens after death.
In a way.
Oh,
Don't sound so sad, please. This is not the time or place.
then how should I sound?
I don't know, just not sad.
Then I won't be sad.
Oh, you weren't this agreeable when you were alive.
Sorry?
Just shut up and feel the music.
Danielle Alicia Manga Buchanan, 43, died Thursday, March 13th of complications from lupus. She leaves her husband, her 2 children, her parents, 2 sisters, and many extended family members. A graduate of Wooddale High School, she received her master's degree from the University of Memphis. Illness forced Danielle to retire from Shelby County Schools, where she spent many happy years teaching elementary school children. Visitation will be Monday, March 17th, from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., with a memorial service to follow at St. John's Episcopal Church, 3245 Central Ave, Memphis.
Why did you never listen to me?
I always listened.
You never listened when I told you to leave him.
You never said that.
Huh?
Let's not talk about trivial things. Let's just be together.
I want us to be. But you're not really here. I want to believe that nothing is wrong. Why can't nothing be wrong?
Would you like me to leave?
Just a little longer? Nothing is wrong!
In Catholicism, it is believed that death is the passing from the physical world to the afterlife, where the deceased soul will live in heaven, hell, or purgatory. Funeral masses may not happen on Holy Thursday, Good Friday, Holy Saturday, or Easter Sunday. Funeral masses are also prohibited from the Sundays during Advent, Lent, and the Easter season. These masses may occur on Ash Wednesday, though ashes will not be distributed in the church.
Oh, wandering steps! Oh, vague and busy dreams! Oh, changeless memories! Oh, fierce desire!
Oh, passion, strong heart, weak with its own fire. Oh, eyes of mine, not eyes but living streams. Oh, laurel boughs whose lovely garland seems the sole reward that glory's deeds require.
Oh, haunted life, delusion sweet and dire, that day where slothful rest redeem. Oh, beauteous face, where love has treasured well his whip and spur, the sluggish heart to move at his least will, nor can it find relief.
O souls of love and passion, if ye dwell yet on this earth, O great shades of love,
Linger, and see my passion and my grief.
God, we've known such grief and anger.
ooh, grief and anger.
As we've heard your people cry, we have asked you how much longer. We have sadly wondered why. In this world of so much suffering, may we hear your word anew. I will never leave you orphaned. I will not abandon you.
I'm sorry, I think I'm in the wrong place.
By your grace comes resurrection. By your love you cast out fear.
You
You
give
bring strength and sure direction as we seek to serve you here.
You give comfort to the grieving, and you bless the ones who mourn.
May we trust in you, believing out of chaos hope is born.
Hope is ours, for God you love us. You have claimed us by your grace, and through Jesus you have called us to bring hope to every place. In each rescue worker's caring, in each faithful volunteer, in each Christian's love and sharing, God, we glimpse your kingdom here. At atheist services, there is no specific reference to an afterlife, as atheists do not believe in any deity. Instead, the funeral service is a tribute to the life the deceased lived. Loved ones that are left behind are acknowledged, and the deceased is remembered through memories. The atheist funeral service is a chance for loved ones to express their grief and sorrow at such a devastating time.
Thank you. Cheers! No! Danny runs outside. She vomits onto the grass. She's in a state of shock. She looks around anxiously as if unaware of her whereabouts. The other men rush to Danny. They surround her, touching her, rubbing her. Danny can't breathe. She's panicking.
The surrounding women usher Danny back to her bed. They sit her down. Danny increasingly struggles to breathe.
Hannah holds Danny's face in her hands, locks eyes with Danny, and effects deep breathing. Danny's eyes, unwilling to settle at first, gradually become fixed to Hannah's, and she continues to effect deep, measured breathing.
Danny struggles to follow her example. Her breathing trembles to follow Hannah's example. Finally, Danny breaks down into tears. Everything she's bottled up, all the emotion she's labored to stifle, it all comes bursting out. Hannah breaks down into deep, measured sobs.
Still locked onto Danny's gaze, Hannah also breaks down. She sobs deeply with Danny. They are sympathetically connected. It's remarkable and very unsettling.
The surrounding women have also started to cry, though not as intensely as Hannah, who has absolutely fixed herself to Danny. Her crying is infectious, and the deeper they go, the greater the outpour.
It has become a circle of hysterical weeping women who moan and scream and cry.
It's positively tribal. Daddy, you're not gonna leave me too. Not yet. Please? You can't leave me alone.
You won't be alone.
So you're not leaving? You're leaving.
Yes.
But there's so much you don't know. Like that one time I went to Nashville without telling you. And all those times I got high on our back patio while you were sleeping. And on my birthday, my friends and I got so drunk and you were upstairs. Are you gonna say anything?
I know everything.
You already left, didn't you?
Yes.
I see. Is it too late?
I'm sorry.
I don't want you to hurt me more. I can handle it. You dying, I mean? Don't go so quickly. Can I just hold your hand for just a little while longer? I'm sorry, I wasn't the child you were expecting. I know I have to, but I don't want to let go. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to miss you. Can't you just hold on till the summer?
God, we've known such grief and anger as we've heard your people cry. We have asked you how much longer. We have sadly wondered why. In this world of so much suffering, may we hear your word anew. I will never
never leave you orphaned. I will not abandon you.
Did you hear us? Daddy, I love you. I already miss you, if you can believe that. There was supposed to be more time. You survived so much to go so softly. I don't think I'm capable of handling a sorrow this great. It hurts to remember, but I don't want to let go. Dead is the source of all my amorous strain. Dry is the channel of my thoughts outboard, and my sad heart can play but notes of pain.
In Episcopalian services, it's customary that the family of the deceased partakes in communion. Now, all baptized Christians may participate in this communion, but those who are not baptized may not. Also, eulogies are not typically performed at Episcopalian services, at least not by friends and family. Typically, it is a pastor that has been appointed for the service. Now let's hear a word from our followers. This one? This one, okay. It is with some sadness, but complete confidence it is the right decision, we announce the postponement of our first festival until March 2021. We hold on to the hope by the next spring, our country will be a safer and, as always, a more just place for all.
Of course.
Yes. Who's next, Laurel?
Yes. There's a profound loneliness in no longer having any parents. But I'm just grateful for the time I had with my dad, who I love so much. He went peacefully and was surrounded by his loving family. It's a joy that he's no longer in pain. He's gone home to be with our loving Savior.
Okay, let's see. This one's good. 12 tips for couples who are isolated apart.
Oh.
Set time aside to focus on each other every day. Keep date night going. Or schedule your time together. Do virtual activities together. Write a daily email.
That's so cute. We feel the world has changed, and it has. We know this is temporary, but it doesn't feel that way. And we realize things will be different, just as going to the airport is forever different from how it was before 9/11. Things will change. And this is the point at which they changed. The loss of normalcy, the fear of economic toll, the loss of connection. This is hitting us, and we're grieving, collectively. We are not used to this kind of collective grief in the air. Beautiful. One more. Here you go.
I don't walk down the sidewalk anymore. Instead, I step haltingly, like my dog on a short leash. I peer over this facade of a decent person, my mascara flaking on the edge with each careful blink. I don't smile anymore, not with my lips or my teeth. I smile with my eyes, which glint with mirrored sadness at everyone else smiling back at me. There's no use for stranger anymore, as there's no new way to meet. Every stranger remains at a distance, forever remaining a stranger. There's no need for how are you anymore. We all know how we were.
On second thought, let's reschedule.
But the world holds me back. Headstrong desire draws me, and I am bound ever more tightly by deadly knots. That is the state I am in. Dense shadows have covered me with fear. For whosoever thinks they can recall death and look upon the moment of their passing with fearless face is either mistaken or mad. Or if he is fully aware, then he is very courageous. Oh, no, 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 no! I'm handling this so well, but I'm not. Every time I'm reminded I'm alone in the world, it hurts so much. Like there's a hot iron pressed against my butt. I mean, the only people who ever wanted me are dead. Not gone, not passed away, dead. I know a child is meant to outlive their parents, but why wasn't I given more time? Why do I have any time left? God, sometimes it feels like you just left me here to rot on earth, alone.
Who the fuck? Hi, I'm Kit. I have brilliant blue eyes that open and close, a neat blonde bob, and a sprinkling of freckles across my nose. I come in an authentic 1930s outfit, and I'm very clever. When times get tough, I try to help any way I can.
Oh, you're one of those American Girl dolls, right?
I'm your new best friend.
Wait, are you real? Or am I tripping again?
I'm as real as you are.
Oh, fuck.
Don't be so gloomy. Now, I've heard you want to kill yourself, but I'm here to show you how wonderful life can be.
Why you?
You and I used to be best friends. You loved my story, and now I'm here to show you how to love your own story.
I remember your hair.
I remember your water-filled eyes.
Am I supposed to feel like I'm you again?
Are you supposed to feel like you again?
Who am I? To you, I mean.
Someone still alive, someone worth saving.
Oh.
Are you upset by that?
Maybe.
I'm sorry.
Oh, God. I even depressed my old American Girl doll.
What are you even doing right now?
Dying, I think. You know, it's funny.
What?
Neither of my parents knew they were gonna die. I mean, no one knows in the exact moment that they're gonna die, but they couldn't even get a few seconds warning. Unless there's some awareness that coma patients have that we're not aware of. But they didn't know in the moment that we were gonna kill them. And now I too don't know the moment.
Listen, kid, you're running out of time.
What do you mean?
You're reaching an age of no return. You can't live your life with one foot out of the motor car just waiting to see if you'll feel called to jump. You have to decide.
But
I know, your mind is constantly planning, and I'm planning your suicides, but have you really ever stopped to consider the cost?
No, I guess.
What's the cost?
What do you mean, cost?
I don't mean who will miss you or how many classes your friends will skip out when they find out. I mean, what will it cost you?
I don't know.
Let me make this easy for you. What will you miss?
I miss back to school shopping at the mall. I miss getting a new backpack before class.
Anything else?
I miss out on making a life for myself. I miss out on the people I'm gonna meet. What if it means nothing?
Listen to me. You're worth more than what you can give to other people. You just have to trust yourself.
I don't know how to do this alone.
But you're doing it right now. You're choosing to keep going and no one is forcing you. In your mind you're alone, but your heart is wrapped up in a community that you're responsible for.
Am I making a choice? I can't be responsible.
Okay, well it's time to wake up now.
What?
I told you, you're running out of time. You have to wake up now.
I don't understand.
Listen to me, wake up, okay? Wake up!
Worldly joy is still a short, short dream.
Let us confess. 10 best things to say to someone who is currently grieving.
I am so sorry for your loss.
I wish I had the right words, just know I care.
I'm up late at night if you want to talk.
You and your family are in my thoughts and prayers.
My favorite memory of your loved one is,
I'm always just a phone call away.
Would a hug help?
we all need help in times like these. I'm here for you.
I'm here.
There is a romantic language for sorrow, and it has served me well. But it is a language with no room for color, no room for blue tears. It's time.